quickly out to Dusler. Gage to the 40, to the 30. He's on his feet. And that's a 49-yard touchdown. Oh, it's picked. DJ Wolf, touchdown. 3rd and long. Jones to throw. He's pressured and he's sacked at the 27-yard line. Deep right side. In, out.
Oh, my gosh.
Touchdown. What a catch. Noah Coyne. And a fine early November Saturday afternoon to you. Welcome to Cleveland. Welcome to the DeSanto Field on the campus of Case Western Reserve University, and today's Division III President's Athletic Conference matchup with the home team, the Spartans of Case Western Reserve, and the visitors from Meadville, Pennsylvania, the Gators of Allegheny College. My name is Ron Yantz. My partner Andrew Rossman is off today, so it will be me solo in the booth bringing you the Spartans against the Gators as we almost wrap up the President's Athletic Conference regular season. I say almost because the Spartans have today's game, and then they play next week in the Academic Bowl as they travel to take on Carnegie Mellon. And the Gators wrap up their regular season today, their final game of the football season. There's a look at the parents who are gathering on the field, on the track next to the field, the senior parents. It is senior day here today, the last home game of the 2023 football season. So they will honor the parents in about 8 minutes. That ceremony will start. We'll be ready for that, and we'll take you live to the football field as they honor not only the senior players, but the senior parents who have supported their sons over their 4 years of playing football here at Case Western Reserve University. Allegheny heading back to the locker room. The Gators, as you can see, dressed in their road whites today. They come into this game 3 wins and 6 losses. They come in over a win against Teal last week, and that snapped a 4-game losing streak for the team. So Allegheny feeling pretty good about themselves. The Spartans come in 6 wins and 2 losses, and they come in after losing in a shootout to Washington and Jefferson on the road a week ago, and that snapped a 4-game win streak for Case Western Reserve University. So the Spartans come in looking to get back on the winning side, and the Gators of Allegheny trying to stay strong and trying to win their 2nd game in a row. For the Spartans, it'll again be the story of their quarterback, Alex Fromberg, who has been absolutely outstanding this year as the starter for the Spartans, and he's a senior, so playing his final game tonight. And for the Allegheny Gators, it will be the story of their passing game as well, as they have a very talented quarterback and maybe the best wide receiver in Division III, and his name's Declan O'Brien. We'll talk more about Declan as the game goes on. So we're about 22 minutes away from kickoff. At 15 o'clock minutes, we're going to go to the field for the honoring of the seniors today. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, John Schwartz, our Vice President of Communications at Case Western Reserve University, sits down weekly with head coach Greg Debelak. The Talk with the Coach is coming up next.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
And good afternoon and welcome inside DeSanto Field as Case Western Reserve University playing its final home game of the season and senior day here at DeSanto Field as the Spartans will take on Allegheny College. I'm John Schwartz. Alongside me is head coach Greg Debelak. And coach, before we get into this week's game and our senior class, let's talk a little bit about last week. Obviously a really hard-fought game against W&J. Some good, some bad from that in a 38-33 loss. Take us through that game and what you were able to pull from that.
Yeah, I mean, down 24-7, I was really proud of the way we battled back. And it was we played poorly in all 3 phases early in that game. We had a blocked punt. We had, turnover on offense. The defense, didn't play up to their standards. And, boy, we came back, and all 3 phases played a role in that comeback and just came a little short. Kids are disappointed. Coaches are disappointed. Another loss. Both losses here have been just outstanding football games against great teams, and we got to find a way to pull those out. But really, really happy with the fight and the effort that our guys put in to get ourselves back in that game, and looking forward to bouncing back this week.
One of the real highlights of that game was Noah Coyne, 258 receiving yards, 7th most in a single game in Division III this season. Really just a breakout game for him. Talk about Noah, what makes him so good, and what allowed him to have that kind of a game on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, Noah is, I think just his size is a problem. He's 6'4", and he's 220 pounds. I don't know if people realize how big he is. So if he gets himself between the defensive back and the ball, they're in big trouble. And he did have a lot of plays where he was isolated one-on-one, and that again is a matchup nightmare for a corner if they're not getting help. And I thought Alex did a great job of finding him. Thought the line did a great job against a very good W&J defense holding up to give Alex time. And obviously Noah converted and run after catch. He must have had half of those yards were probably run after catch. So yeah, big day for Noah, and real happy for him. He's made those plays before, I guess, but just not as many in one game.
Before the season started, you spoke a lot about the resiliency of the team and comparing it to last season when you had the loss to Westminster and then had a tough game against Carnegie Mellon. Has resiliency been a message that you've kind of focused on with the team this week following that loss against WJ as you come home for senior day?
Yeah, I mean, we were hurting, but even right after the game, I think the guys realized that, hey, we were on the wrong side of the score, but we played hard. We fought hard against a great team. I get concerned about, with not having a chance to go to the playoffs, but they're really focused on our rivalry game. I'm concerned that we need to focus on a tough Allegheny team because they have done a great job. The record is 3-6, but they've been, they lost by 7 to W&J. They played Grove City well. They've played some really good teams, really tough. So we got to focus in on that, and that will be the theme as we go through practice this week.
You talk about Allegheny, and it's interesting because it's probably one of the more historical rivals that Case has had, even though they didn't play while they were still a member of the NCAC. Now back in the PAC, second year playing them. What can we expect from that Allegheny team on Saturday?
New coaching staff, most of the same personnel, but it's like night and day. The new coaching staff has infused, a lot of excitement, and you see guys where last year, I don't think they wanted to be on the field. They're excited to be there. They have one of the nation's best wide receivers in Declan O'Brien, brother of our freshman Liam O'Brien. So Liam is playing his brother this week on the scout team. So there's a lot of challenges there. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how their players have responded to a really tough year last year, and the infusion of excitement that the coaching staff has brought in. They're going to be a challenge.
Let's close on talking about the senior class. You'll be celebrating senior day before the game. Take us through the journey that this senior class has had from their freshman year being the COVID season, and then emerging from that and really becoming one of the more impactful senior classes you've had in a number of years.
Yeah, I think, everybody that went through that experience, coming in, their last part of their senior year of high school was taken away from them, and basically their freshman year of college, and all of the things that they had to endure, wearing masks at all times, practicing on the field with masks on, canceling of a season, hope that there'd be a spring season. That was taken away from them. So I'm really happy. You talk about, bouncing back from adversity, and a lot of these kids started as sophomores when we just weren't ready to be good yet, took their lumps. In the last 2 seasons, we've been a very, very competitive team because of this senior class.
Coach, thank you very much. We'll be celebrating senior day here in just a minute. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break, come right back. Case Western Reserve and Allegheny College here from DeSanto Field in just a little bit.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Welcome back to DeSanto Field. you can see the Spartan Marching Band finishing up their pregame show. They were in the shape of the state of Ohio, the great state of Ohio. The Spartans of Case Western Reserve on Senior Day are ready to take on the Gators of Allegheny College, and there's a look at the Spartans, the teammates of the seniors, as they form a tunnel, a team tunnel that the 28 seniors that are here today to be honored will march through. They'll meet their parents at the end of the tunnel. Their parents will be introduced along with each senior player, and they'll be honored on the field as we continue our pregame ceremonies here at DeSanto Field on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. And you heard Coach Debelak talk in his talk with John Schwartz just now about the resiliency of this senior class. And when they started, they were here as first-year players during COVID and had to battle all of the restrictions. And here at Case Western Reserve, those restrictions were maybe some of the toughest around. And they had to battle through those. You heard Coach Debelak talk about, wearing masks on campus, wearing masks during practice. And those guys stuck together through all of that, the frustrations and the ups and downs of what everyone in our country was going through in those years. And here they are today, together again, as they have stayed together this entire time and celebrated one final time as a group on Senior Day here at Case Western Reserve University. So those 28 seniors and their 28 groups of parents are very excited to stand together, to walk together, to be introduced together on the field here at DeSanto Field. And the rain has stopped. It was raining lightly late morning and into this early afternoon here in Cleveland, but the rain has stopped almost on cue as the Spartan seniors and their parents are ready to be honored. The band is wrapping up their marching segment, their pregame show, and we're about just a couple of minutes, I think, from introducing the seniors, and then we'll play football. And the Spartans are trying to get back on the winning side. They lost a week ago at Washington and Jefferson in a shootout, 38-33. And it's a surprising game because the Spartans had gone into that game with 3 shutouts defensively in the first 7 games that they had played. They were allowing almost single digits points per game. They were so good. And then W&J put up 38 against them. Now, in some ways, that was due to turnovers and a special teams blocked punt. We're going to go down to the field for the national anthem and then the senior announcement following that. Let's go down to the public address announcer. And there is a look at the class of, well, officially they'll graduate in 2024, but the football senior class of 2023, 28 Spartans honored today here at DeSanto Field in a very nice ceremony as they marched through a team tunnel, met their parents, always hugs from mom, and they got together for one last time at midfield here at DeSanto Field on the Spartan logo as they play their final home game in their career as a Case Western Reserve University Spartan. Across the field, as you can see in our wide shot of DeSanto, lining up in their road whites are the Gators of Allegheny College coming in from Meadville, Pennsylvania. There's a look at some of the Spartans dressed in their home blue, trimmed in black, gray, and white with those gray helmets with that notable Spartan on the side of their football helmet. Captains are lined up for both teams at the 50. They will meet at midfield for the snap or for the flip of the coin, and they'll figure out who's going to have the football first and who's going to play defense first. I would imagine if you're the Spartans, you want to play defense first, and for this reason. They had an uncharacteristic, not good football game against Washington and Jefferson a week ago on Saturday at W&J. They gave up 38 points. So this is a team that going into that game defensively had given up about 9 points per game, and they had 3 shutouts. So, you know, the only way to get that bad taste out of your mouth is to get right back after it. So we'll find out what happens here on the coin flip as both teams meet at midfield. The captains for the Spartans in that shot, you've got Caden Tong, you've got DJ Wolf, and you've got Jace Merritt. So Allegheny will call the flip as they are the visiting team. And the Spartans have won the flip. And they will defend the northern end zone. Spartans have deferred, and Allegheny will get the ball first. And we're just moments away from kicking this thing off. Allegheny comes in, 3 wins, 6 losses. This is their last game of the season. They come in with those 6 losses, but head coach Greg Debelak for Case Western Reserve, who you see in this shot, is very wary of this football team. He has pointed out that they've played tough all season long, Allegheny has, in one game in particular against Washington and Jefferson on the road. They lost by just a touchdown, 35-28. That's their first-year head coach, Braden Lair. Lair in his first season, a Denison graduate, class of 2012. Coach Debs says that Coach Lair has this team feeling good again, feeling fun, feeling like they want to be on the football field. And a team that plays loose and a team that plays for each other is always a dangerous team no matter what their record. So the Spartans are ready to kick it. And the Gators are ready to receive it. Gabe Petrozzi will kick it off for Case Western Reserve University, and we are underway here at DeSanto Field. Ian Dershey gets it up to the 17-yard line. So that good special teams defense by the Spartans will put Allegheny inside the 20 to start their first offensive possession. Let's take a look at that Allegheny offense. On the season, after 9 games, they're averaging 21 points per game. They like to pass the football. 318 total yards per game, and 239 of those come through the air. Number 12 is your quarterback. It's Jack Johnson. Johnson is senior. That's him right there. Nearly 2,200 yards passing so far this year. And Johnson's in the shotgun to start the first offensive play. Here come the Spartans on a blitz. It's picked up. Johnson's pass complete to the 22-yard line, and catching it at the 22 was Christopher Knobloch. There's the blitz. That blitz coming from Nate Sacalo from his safety spot. Picked up nicely by the back in the backfield. That offensive line for Allegheny, Jack Turner is at left tackle, 6'5", 280. He's a senior. We'll get to the rest in a second. Second play from scrimmage. Another pass. This one complete again and near the first down marker, catching the football and diving for a potential first down is Austin Williams. Williams, their tight end. They'll mark him at the marker, so they'll move the chains. That's a first down for the Gators. Allegheny averages 78 yards rushing per game. They don't do a lot of it, and they do it on this particular play, and it goes almost nowhere. They're going to pick up a yard. Kyrie Miller with the carry for Allegheny. Miller statistically is their top runner. Senior from Bolivar, Pennsylvania, 438 yards rushing. He's scored 6 touchdowns. He splits the time with Christian Bolden. Bolden has 309 yards rushing and also 6 touchdowns. There's a look at that Spartan front. Sean Torres, one of the linebackers. Henry Bush, another linebacker. 23 is Jake Summers in the lower end of your shot, a grad student, honored today, one of the 28 seniors. That's Declan O'Brien with the football. O'Brien up near the 30. On a second and long, he's going to pick up 2. O'Brien's a name, and you see him there with the carry coming out of the slot in motion. He's a senior from Irwin, Pennsylvania. 83 catches on the year. He's gone over 1,000 yards receiving. So he's the favorite target of Jack Johnson, and we'll watch him here on 3rd and 7 from the 30. Johnson to throw. Pressured. He'll tuck, run, and get knocked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So Jack Johnson's going to be 5 yards short, and that Spartan defensive backfield doing a great job as Johnson trying to find an open receiver, and he could not on 3rd and 7. You got Nate Sacalo and DJ Wolf back there at safeties. Wolf, a grad student, has 2 interceptions on the season. Then the corners for the Spartans are real good. Osi Chukocha and Dominic Size. Size with 5 interceptions this year. So Yoder is set to return the punt for the Spartans. He's standing at his own 36. And they'll punt away from Yoder. He'll catch and drop at the 30-yard line. So one offensive series is in, and the Spartans defense does a real nice job of holding Allegheny College. And now it's time for Alex Fromberg and his Case Western Reserve University teammates to come out and get going offensively. David Friedman will start at left tackle. Friedman is 6'3", 265 sophomore. Peter Kelly's the left guard, 6'4", 285 senior. Jace Merritt is the center, 5'10", 250. Jace is a senior. Tony Thivner, a junior, at right guard, 6'1", 260. And then Owen Meyer, the sophomore. The lone sophomore, actually 2 sophomores, the bookend sophomores at tackle. Owen Meyer is at right tackle, and Friedman is at left tackle. That is David Friedman, number 60. You go along the line, it's Kelly, Merritt, Thivner, and Meyer. Sean Michael James in the slot as a blocking back for the Spartans in this offense as they set up. It's Fromberg, the senior. He's in the shotgun, and Gage Dusler, their talented junior running backs next to him, and Gage will get the handoff. Dusler straight up the middle behind the right side of that line. Jace Merritt at center, and Gage gets up to the 34. He's going to pick up 4 yards. Spartans will try to do exactly this today, and that's run the football against this Allegheny College team, because Allegheny coming into today gives up nearly 200 yards rushing per game, 175 exactly. So the Spartans would like to take advantage of that foreseen weak spot in this Allegheny defense. Little switch, and settling in is Ethan Dahlem to get a direct snap, and the Spartans will get up over the 36-yard line. So Dahlem, typically in the slot, slid over, took the direct snap. Picks up a couple. It sets down 3rd and maybe 4 yards. Spartans offensively this year, they can score. Not as highly effective as they have been in years past, but still averaging 29 points per game. And they love to throw it. 3rd and 4, they're going to throw it. Fromberg picks up a blitz. Fromberg's pass to Dusler, and Gage almost makes a great comeback catch at midfield. So here's a look. Dusler, great adjustment in the air. And it comes up just a little short, and the Spartans will punt. Allegheny will fair catch it at the 33, and that's where the Gators will start their next offensive possession. Ron Yantz with you this afternoon. Our final home football game. Basketball season right around the corner. The women are on the road today. They've got a scrimmage at Hiram College. Jennifer Reimer, school's all-time winningest coach. I talked to her earlier in the week. Allegheny, pass over the middle, and it's an incomplete pass. Todd McGinnis, the men's coach, stopped in and said hello. He was up here in the press box pregame. They start Friday night. The Bill Sudik tournament is Friday night over at the Veal Athletic Center in Horsburgh Gymnasium. 2nd and 10 for Allegheny. Lone back in the backfield with the quarterback is Kyrie Miller. Johnson at quarterback. Johnson's going to roll, look to throw, does, passes complete at the 39-yard line, and it's complete to Declan O'Brien. O'Brien, stats on the year, 83 catches, 1,097 yards receiving. He's scored 8 touchdowns. He's one of the top wide receivers in all of Division III football. His older brother played at Washington and Jefferson, and his younger brother plays right here at Case Western Reserve University. He's a first-year player, a wideout, Liam O'Brien. And Coach Devilak told me that Liam's going to be a real good player here for the Spartans. So it's 3rd and 4. Gators need to get to the 43. They'll pass it again. This one's over the middle, and this one's going to be close to a first down. Pass was complete. It was caught by Ian Dursey, and Dursey was hit and tackled right away at the 42. Gators needed to get to the 43, so they're going to be a yard short. Would give credit to a real nice tackle by Sean Torres, the middle linebacker. Hit and wrap and brought down on contact. Gators punt sends TJ Yoder way back to the 10. Yoder gets up to the 12 or the 22, a 12-yard punt return. It's a good one for TJ Yoder. And the Spartans will come back out. Case Western's season has gone like this. They opened at Teal. They won that one by 2 touchdowns in a shutout, 14-0. Then they started their home season against Grove City, and they lost in overtime, 27-24. And as it turned out, heading into today, Grove City has yet to lose. They're 9-0. They've clinched a conference championship. They've clinched an automatic bid to the NCAA postseason. And they are having a season to remember at Grove City. Fromberg to pass. Left side, wide open. Nobody around at the 50. Gage Dusler cuts back at the 20. Dusler with one guy to beat, and he's caught at the 12-yard line. Dusler was wide open, all by himself. You'll see it in the replay. Catches it at the 35, and there's nobody around him. Dusler comes out of the backfield, catches that one, and it nearly was a 79-yard touchdown. Gage is coming off. He's limping as he comes off, too. Christopher Lim will go in for Dusler. Spartans with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 11 of Allegheny. This is Lim with the handoff. Lim straight up the middle, breaks a tackle at the 5, and Christopher Lim is in for his 2nd touchdown of the season. Well, that's the way to follow up a big play. Shut the door and score the touchdown. 2 Allegheny players down on the field as we speak. So Lim will go in from 12 yards out. Those players still down on the field. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back with the point after touchdown as the Senior Day crowd looking good, looking full, and looking ready for a Spartan victory. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
So Allegheny still with now just 1 player on the field. The 2 players that were hurt, Jathan Reynolds, their safety, has walked off under his own strength. But there's still a player down. I cannot see his number, so I can't let you know who that is. But Spartans on their 2nd offensive possession started with just a quick little pass out to Gage Dusler out of the backfield that almost turned into a 79-yard catch and run for a touchdown. And then Christopher Lim followed that up with a 12-yard touchdown run. That's Vital Joseph II, a junior defensive back. So he's being helped off. Teams are both back on the field. And the Spartans are ready to add the point after touchdown. Cooper Imram will snap it. Michael Stewie will hold it. And kicking the point after touchdown for the Spartans will be Gabe Petruzzi. Petruzzi's kick is up and it is good. And with 7 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter here at DeSanto Field, it is 7-0 Case Western Reserve University over Allegheny College. Gators on the return, and out over the 25-yard line is Jaden Thorpe. Thorpe, the first-year player from Fayetteville, North Carolina, puts the Gators in good field possession to start their third offensive series. So far, that Spartan defense has dominated this Gator offense, though. And the Spartans defense has dominated a lot of teams this year. They've got 3 shutouts. They beat Teal in the season opener 14-0. They shut out Waynesburg midway through the season 35-0. And then they knocked off St. Vincent 19-0. Another run and another short stop. And running with the football is Kyrie Miller. And Miller is tackled quickly. A.J. Dudowski, one of those 28 seniors. You look at that defensive front as we take a look at the Allegheny offensive group coming out of their huddle. You look at the defensive front for the Spartans. They go Dudowski, Kelly, and Tong along the front. And those 3 down linemen have been in everybody's kitchen all season long. And speaking of getting in the kitchen, on cue, it's Caden Tong. That's Tong from his left defensive end slot. He gets in, and Caden Tong gets a sack. Tong has been outstanding all season long. That's his 8th sack of the season. It's a career high for him. 7.5 was his previous career high. And it also gives him 22.5 sacks for his career, which ties him for 6th best in Spartan history. Adam Watson and now Caden Tong, 6th best. Here comes the pressure again. Pass is complete to the running back Miller, and Miller is hit and stuck by Jake Summers. Summers, the linebacker, comes up and smokes Kyrie Miller. You'll see Jake come in right here. Wrapping up with the tackle is Dominic Size. There's a penalty flag, and it's against Allegheny, so they're going to back the Gators up a little bit more. 6:16 left to play in this opening quarter. Spartans with 2 offensive possessions and 1 touchdown. Gabe Trock, number 8. Trock from Raleigh, North Carolina. Senior. Running off Caden Tong, number 10. Senior. So it's now 4th and 22. And the Spartans trying to get 11 players on the field. TJ Yoder is set up at the 50. So regardless of what happens, Spartans are going to have great field position. Coming after the punt, too. And it's a good punt. Drives Yoder back to the 43. TJ with a seam up the middle. Yoder still on his feet, and he's down at the 40. So a 17-yard punt return for TJ Yoder. I talked about that game last week against Washington and Jefferson, and offensively the Spartans were outstanding. They had 402 yards passing in that football game. Fromberg's going to throw it again. Alex looking right, thinking deep. Now he's going to tuck, he'll run, and he runs out of bounds in his own sideline near the 40, and that was the line of scrimmage. Fromberg's done a real nice job this year of being a dual threat, number 9 has. He's passed for over 1,700 yards. He's run for nearly 400 yards. And he's scored 16 passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns. So Fromberg behind his center right there, number 55, Jace Merritt, has been highly effective as the Spartan senior quarterback. 2nd and 10. Spartans inside Allegheny's 40-yard line. Fromberg, quarterback draw. He'll pick up the first down. Alex Fromberg recognized immediately that he had room to run. He took it, and he picks up 11 yards. Great blocking that time by Jace Merritt up the middle. Checking in now for the Spartans is Dominic Wade. Wade's a tight end, listed as tight end. He does an awful lot of blocking as well as the Spartans try to get out on the edge. Sean Michael James is now in the backfield. Fromberg's going to roll, look to throw. He does, dumps it off, and there will be a pass interference penalty, and there it is. It was Riley Nurick coming across the field near the 20, and Nurick got tackled, got tangled up in feet before he had an opportunity to catch the football. Here you'll see it in the replay. There's Nurick, top of your screen, and there's where he gets knocked over. So something to watch. Dusler has not been back in, and Gage is on the field, or actually on the bench right now, and he's getting ice wrapped to his left knee. When Dusler caught that pass out of the backfield, nearly went 79 yards for a touchdown. When he got tackled, he went down awkwardly and he came up limping, and he has not been back in, and they're putting ice around his left knee right now. So that's not good if you're a Spartan fan. 1st and 10, balls at the 20. Fromberg's going to run it again. And holding on to that football. Fletcher Hammond, the linebacker, came up, grabbed Alex. You'll see him right here, also grabbed the football. Fromberg held on. He picked up 6, and that's 2nd and 4. Fromberg from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Great story. Alex, after last football season, decided he wanted to go home, play his football season at home in New Jersey. Hand off to Lim. Lim's already got 1 touchdown. Christopher gets near the 1st down. He needed to get to the 10. He's going to be about a yard short. There was a quarterback just group here at Case Western Reserve University that was hard to break through, and Alex wanted to get some playing time his senior year, so he left after fall semester and just found out that he missed his teammates and everybody so much here as Alex works his head forward to try to get that 1st down. It's going to be close. He missed Case, he missed the campus, he missed his teammates, and he called Coach Debelak up and he said, hey, I'd like to come back for fall. I'm going to come back for fall. I'm going to enroll in school again, and if you'll have me, I'd love to be on the football team again. It's 4th and inches. Alex will try it again, and this time he's going to cross over the 10-yard line, and it will be close, but I think he's got it. And Coach Deb said, of course we'll have you, Alex. And then there were injuries to start the season to Ian Kipp, and suddenly Alex Fromberg is thrust into being the guy at quarterback. It wasn't a rotation between Kipp and Fromberg and a talented freshman named Tyler Fickus. It was, Alex, you're our guy. And he has had a remarkable season. They would not be where they are without Alex Fromberg, that's for sure. So it's 1st and goal inside the 10, just inside the 10 for the Spartans, trying to add their 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Fromberg looking left, still looking over the middle in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. That is Michael Wykowski. Wykowski with a 10-yard catch. Fromberg with patience, and the Spartans are on the board for the 2nd time. Boy, great blocking, holding your blocks, maintaining, staying with, all those things by Friedman, Kelly, Merritt, Thivner, and Meyer that time, along with Sean Michael James, who was in there to block as a back. Kick is up, and his kick is good. So with 2:42 left to play, opening quarter, Spartans in command. They're up 2 touchdowns, 14-0.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
A gray day here in early November in northeastern Ohio, the campus of Case Western Reserve University, just outside of downtown Cleveland. About 10 minutes outside the heart of downtown. Short kick fielded by the Gators at the 20 and up to the 32. Wolfgang Schultz. Wolfgang, a 5'10", 215-pound defensive end. He's a senior, and I guess I'll bet that Wolfgang doesn't get many opportunities to carry the football like that. He did a good job. That is a 12-yard kickoff return for Wolfgang. So the Gators have it, and they've got some work to do. They are down 2 touchdowns. I thought they shortchanged Wolfgang on that mark. So Jack Johnson is going to take a look at that Spartan defense, and it looks like they're coming after him. Sean Torres is at the line of scrimmage. Johnson gets rid of it quickly, and it's a great pass and a real nice catch that time by Austin Williams, the tight end. Williams is out over the 40. They'll mark him down at the 46-yard line. Austin Williams, 6'5", 225. He's a big target for his senior quarterback. He'll go out wide to the right, and joining him will be Christopher Knobloch, and along with Declan O'Brien. O'Brien's been quiet. Came into the game with 83 catches. Johnson again. Pass complete to Ian Dursey. Dursey across midfield, and he's tackled at the 47 of Case Western Reserve. So on 1st and 10, they pick up 7. And this is exactly the type of drive that the Gators needed. Spartans have put 2 touchdowns on the board still in the first quarter. Allegheny trying to attack that Case Western Reserve defense. There's Sean Torres, the linebacker. Spartans have given up only 11 points per game. Handoff, this one goes to Kyrie Miller, and Miller is over the 45, and he's going to be marked down at the 44. It's going to be very close to a Gator first down. Miller wears number 23. He's a senior from Bolivar, Pennsylvania. And they'll give him the first down. Greg Debelak, in his 20th year coaching the Spartans of Case Western Reserve University. Deb's the all-time winningest coach, 137 wins, 57 losses. Johnson to throw, looking left, stays left, goes left, caught. A fantastic catch by Ian Dursey inside the 30. They'll mark him out at the 27. Boy, it's a perfectly placed pass, and Dursey was fully extended and held on. So Johnson and his Gators looking very good on this offensive possession. Jack Johnson, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the season. Johnson looking right over the middle, and it's an incomplete pass. That one was dangerously tipped. Declan O'Brien couldn't bring it in. And for a moment, if there's a safety or a linebacker around, the Spartans could have had a pick. 19 seconds left in this opening quarter. It's been a good one for the Spartans of Case Western Reserve. Michael Kelly, 54. That's Caden Tong, 10. 50 for the Spartans is Jacob Shepnick, grad student. Kelly, 6 foot 250. He's a grad student out of Pittsford, New York. Pittsford, New York. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Miller. Miller inside the 25, and he gets the football down to the 23. So Kyrie Miller will pick up 5. It'll set up a 3rd and long. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. So One quarter's in the books, and the Spartans have 2 touchdowns. It is 14-0 Case Western Reserve over Allegheny. After the first quarter, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back. We'll flip the field, and the second quarter will be underway from DeSanto.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
You can see the fall colors on the trees in the dormitory buildings outside those buildings on the far side of this field here at Case Western Reserve, DeSanto Field. It's always a beautiful setting in the fall. University Circle is nearby, the Wade Oval, the Art Museum, the Natural History Museum. If you've not been to the campus at Case Western Reserve University, you should make a trip. Fall and the spring, beautiful. 3rd and 6 for the Gators on their most impressive drive of the first half here at Case Western. Johnson to throw with pressure. Jack gets it off, and with that pressure, Johnson does not connect. And credit Caden Tong along with Zach Dalton, or JT Cooper rather. Cooper and Tong really getting in and getting after that quarterback. You can hear, here we go, Coop by the fans in the stands. Gabe Trock looking for the defensive signal from the sideline. Gators are going to go for it. 4th and 6, ball's at the 23. In motion is Williams. Johnson to throw. Johnson looking, going to run, and he's going to get sacked. Caden Tong again. Tong on the sack, along with his teammate Jacob Shepnick. So Shepnick and Tong. Shepnick, a grad student, Tong, a senior. One of the 28 honored today on Senior Day. And clamping down on the Gator, Caden Tong. So that is a turnover on downs. And that Spartan defense really stepping up. Boy, they gave up a lot of yards on that drive, but when they needed it, they didn't give up any more. So this is Alex Fromberg. Fromberg's out with Christopher Lim as his running back. Fromberg's going to roll. Looking deep, going to go deep. That's Coyne. Noah Coyne got up and caught it. Noah Coyne inside the 40. And that's what 6'4" will do for you. But Fromberg stayed patient. Coyne got some separation, and he got up and got it over David Williams. Now that's a mismatch because Williams is 5'8". Coyne is 6'4". You do the math. Fromberg again. He'll screen out to Riley Nurk. Nurk gets at about the 30. He'll pick up 6. Spartans moving quickly. No huddle. Dominic Wade lines up right tight end. Lim will get the handoff. Lim with the opening. Lim over the 30, down to the 20. And Christopher is tackled at the 19-yard line. Well, look at that hole. Peter Kelly leading the way. Mitchell Waite behind his quarterback. The first-year running back at the 32-yard line. Wait for Menor. He'll get the handoff. He gets inside the 20. Line of scrimmage was at about the 20. Mitchell's going to get a yard. Second and 9. Spartans with 3 wide receivers split to the right. Sean Michael James will set up the block for his quarterback. Fromberg is going to go quarterback draw. He's got a opening on the left side, and Alex is inside the 10-yard line. Watch him read the blocks here. Doing a great job of reading the block by Jace Merritt and cutting the ball outside. Fromberg has scored 6 touchdowns on the ground this year. He has rushed for 6. He's thrown for 16. He's been money inside the 20. About 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. Spartans with 2 touchdowns, both in the first quarter. Fromberg will throw quickly, gets it out. Sean Michael James, the big man, going to go in. And he's tackled at the knees at the 3-yard line. Boy, that is a touchdown-saving tackle for the Gators of Allegheny. You'll see it right here. Sean Michael James was ready to roll in, but Shamir again came up and hit him, and the first-year player from Converse, Texas, had a touchdown-saving tackle for the Gators. Boy, you almost want to give Sean Michael the football again. He set up to block for Fromberg and set up to block for Mitchell Waite. Waite's in the backfield. He'll get the football. And he's met at the 2. Turns his feet and his legs, and he gets up to the 1-yard line. That's where they'll mark the freshman from Menor down, Mitchell Waite. We've seen Waite a couple of times this year. And I do know this. Coach Debelak's very excited about his potential in the future. Former Mentor Cardinal. Coach Debs wants a timeout. We'll take one too. 11 minutes left, opening half. Spartans knocking on the door. Up 2 touchdowns. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Head coach Greg Debelak leading the Spartans, and he's done a real good job of that over the years. All they have done is win under Coach Debs. So that timeout will lead to this play. 3rd down and 1. Ball is on the 1. Waite in the backfield, now on the left hip of his quarterback, Alex Fromberg. Fromberg's going to run it. Going to get it, going to try left side. He's got blockers out front, and he's tripped up. Fromberg did not get in the end zone. Coming up and making a real nice hit that time for Allegheny was Isaiah Romaine. Romaine, the senior defensive end out of Newark, New Jersey. Boy, back-to-back big plays by this Gator defense. Here's Romaine, got just enough of his left arm on the ankles of Fromberg. So it's 4th and goal. Ball's at the 1. Sean Michael James, the lead blocking back. Waite in the backfield with Fromberg. Only one receiver in this set. Waite's going to get it. Try the left side. He's not going to get there. Allegheny has held. How about the stout defensive front for the Gators? Spartans got no push out of their offensive line, and Waite had no chance. That's Fletcher Hammond along with Chase Smith on the tackle for the Gators. So one defensive stance deserves another. Allegheny had marched down the field on the Spartan defense, only for the Spartans to hold inside the 20. Case Western went all the way inside the 5, got to the goal line, and the Gators held. I can give you an update on Gage Dusler. He is standing on the field at the 40 with his helmet off. The ankle, or the knee, the left knee is no longer wrapped in ice, but it does not appear that Gage Dusler will play again this afternoon. So the talented junior running back missed on that offensive series because he's Mr. Touchdown, especially inside the 5-yard line. So what the Spartans are going to try to do now, obviously, is keep the Gators from getting an initial first down, forcing them to punt, getting the football right back in great field position. 2nd down and 9. Actually, it's 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 3. Johnson's the quarterback. And he's going to hand it off to Miller. And Miller's up to the 5.5, almost 6-yard line. The line to get is almost the 12. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Gators. Gators running behind that offensive line. You can see them there. Turner, Palmisano, Messimer, Liptrap, Jones. Miller's in the backfield with his quarterback, Jack Johnson. 3 receivers to his left and 1 to the right. They need 5. Johnson's going to throw, looking right, throws it deep, sideline, caught, running with the football, Declan O'Brien, and O'Brien is in a foot race. O'Brien to the 10, and he's into the touchdown. O'Brien on 3rd and 5 from the 6, caught it in space, and went 94 yards the other way for a Allegheny touchdown. Coach Debelak warned us about that young man, Declan O'Brien. 5'11", 170, a senior from Irwin, Pennsylvania, and just like that, the Gators are back in this ball game. That was a beautiful pass by Jack Johnson. O'Brien did not have to break stride, had 2 steps on his defender, caught it in stride, and the only one he had to beat, chasing him all the way to the end, was DJ Wolf, the Spartan safety. Point after touchdown is up, and it is good. And with 8:32 left to play in the opening half, it's a little bit tighter. Case Western Reserve 14, Allegheny 7.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Spartan Marching Band did a great job to start senior day here in pregame. One of the things that they did was they marched in formation and formed the outline of the state of Ohio. They're coming up at halftime, which is about 8.5 minutes away. And Allegheny has given themselves new life. They have had 2 big stands, one defensively, as Yoder brings the kickoff back near the 30 for the Spartans. They stopped Case twice on 3rd and goal and 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And then on 3rd and 5 from the 6, when the Spartans defensively were trying to pin Allegheny back, get the ball on a punt and get great field position and get the touchdown that they were denied, they went 96 yards to their talented wideout, Declan O'Brien, on a pass to the 35, and Declan did the rest with his feet. And we've got a tight ball game. So here comes Fromberg and his teammates. Alex with a lot of pressure. Can he get out of it? And there's a penalty flag and no doubt a hold in the backfield for the Spartans. So Fromberg picks up 3, but it's all coming back. Hold is on Case Western. Spartans this season have done a great job of avoiding penalties. They are one of the least penalized teams in all of Division III. But that holding really sets them up for a long first down play. 1st and 20, and that was Wykowski that almost made a great catch near midfield. Spartan faithful want a pass interference call. They want to see David Babb flagged for grabbing a hold of Wykowski. You may see it in the replay. And you will. Fromberg with a strong throw. Back shoulder to Wykowski. Michael made a great adjustment on it. David Babb made a good defensive play. So here we go, 2nd and 20. Spartans need to get the ball to the 38. Alex Fromberg still looking. Over the middle, and it's short to Wykowski. Michael was open at the 36, and Fromberg just couldn't get enough on the football. So suddenly this game has changed a little bit. The first quarter absolutely owned by the Spartans. The young men dressed in blue, black and white today. The first 7 minutes of this second quarter have been owned by the men in white, the Allegheny Gators. 3rd in a very long way. Fromberg gonna roll the pocket, and that's an incomplete pass. So Allegheny's defense, which has been okay. It's been really good against the pass. 2nd in the conference. Last in the conference against the rush, though. But keep in mind, the Spartans lost their #1 running back, Gage Dusler, 2 series ago. So in a game where they were really going to focus on running the football, they no longer have their top back. Here come the Gators. Spartans will punt it, and it's a real nice punt. Fair catch signal and caught at the 42-yard line, so the Gators will have it, and they'll have great field position with 7:47 left to play in this opening half. So back to my point for a second. So Spartans thought they could take advantage of the fact that Allegheny came into today ranked 10th, dead last in the PAC in defense against the run. And they were counting on a big day from Gage Dusler. Dusler got hurt. He caught a pass, a swing pass out of the backfield, nearly went 70-plus yards for a touchdown. And on the tackle near the 10, he got his left knee banged up. He has not returned, and the Spartans have not been able to run the football since. And you counter that with the fact, as the Spartan defense stops Miller for a short gain, that Allegheny defense is 2nd best in the conference against the pass. Everything's evened out a little bit now. Kyrie Miller, the lone back in the backfield. He has gotten the load of the carries today for this Allegheny offense. And now he'll catch it and run with it. Miller gets smacked at the 45. 2 big hits at the 45 for the Spartan defense. Gabe Trock and Nathan Sacalo. Sacalo up from his safety spot. Trock, a middle linebacker. Tell you what, Sacalo has really laid a couple of people out this year. There's 16, Michael Sacalo, or Nathan Sacalo rather. Junior out of Avon Lake. There's the grad student, DJ Wolf out of Mentor. Wolf's got 2 picks. He'd love to see number 3 come his way right now. 3rd and short, 3rd and 4. Johnson to throw, and the pass is incomplete at midfield. Track good defense that time, the linebacker, number 8. Gabe, a senior, Raleigh, North Carolina. Senior day here today at DeSanto Field as the Spartan defense is held. 28 seniors honored. Coach Debelak told me pregame, I said, you know, any thoughts on that senior class? And he said, I think it's one of the strongest groups of seniors that we've ever had. And he said, and here's why. He said, because they had to go through something that nobody has ever had to go through. He said they had to go through 2 COVID seasons. He said they had to go through a season where we were practicing with our masks on outside because of the restrictions that were put down, and walking with your masks on campus. He said it was a lot, and it was difficult to go through. Everybody had to go through it, so everybody shared in the equally in the misery. But he said, and we lost some guys. You know, he says, and typically we never lose anybody when they come to campus here at Case Western Reserve University. But he said we did lose some in COVID because they wanted to move south where restrictions were more lax than they are in the northern states. And he said, but this group of 28 stayed together. They stayed through 4 years together. And he said, for that reason and that reason alone, I think that they are a unique group. They'd love to close it with a win today, their final game on DeSanto Field. Yoder with the catch and immediately tackled at the 15-yard line. Nice special teams play that time by Azeri Matsuda. Matsuda from California. So here comes the Spartan offense. And we'll see if they can get a running game going. Christopher Lim will come back. He has been sharing duties with Mitchell Waite in Dusler's absence. So Lim is now at the left hip of his quarterback, Alex Fromberg, and he'll get the handoff. And Christopher Lim is down on the field. And he can't get up. That is not a good sign. Dusler's already out. His helmet's off. He's walking with a limp. Something has gone wrong with his left knee. And his primary backup all season long has been this young man, Christopher Lim. And Lim is now limping off. So that's going to bring Mitchell Waite out. They'll either bring Waite out or Sean Michael James. And it's Michael James. So Sean Michael James on the season in 8 games going into the 9th today has 8 carries. Dusler had 109. Lim had 36. Dusler was definitely the go-to back. 2nd and long. Fromberg to throw. Got a receiver open near the 30. And breaking a tackle is Noah Coyne. Coyne near midfield. Let's see where Noah stepped out. They'll say he did not step out until the 50-yard line. So Noah standing up, staying strong, taking a hit, and staying in bounds. Well, that's a big play for the Spartan offense. They needed something, I think, to lift them because they haven't had many plays to make them feel good in the last 2.5 possessions. Fromberg, pass to Nurk. Nurk breaks a tackle at the 40. Riley drops his head at the 30 and gets 5 more yards. It's a 15-yard pickup. Actually, it's a 25-yard pickup. Riley Nurick out of North Royalton High School. He'll split out wide to the right now with Noah Coyne. James the lone back in the backfield. Here comes Fromberg. He hands it off to Sean Michael. And Sean Michael's up inside the 25. He'll pick up 2. Inside 5 minutes now left to play in this opening half. It has been a tale of 2 quarters. Spartans owned the first, led 14-0. Allegheny has owned the second. Big defensive stand, goal line stand, denying the Spartans and then taking the ball and going the other way on one big play. They passed to Declan O'Brien that went 94 yards for a touchdown, and we're at 14-7. 2nd and 8. Fromberg looks left, goes left. That's Ethan Dahlem. Dahlem with a fake, trying to get extra yards, maybe gets one more. They'll mark him down at the 19. Ethan needed to get to the 16, so to set up a 3rd and short. Short yardage situation failed the Spartans 2 possessions ago. They were all the way down to the goal line, couldn't punch it in. They need a long 3. Fromberg's going to run it behind Michael James, and he's going nowhere. He's going to lose yards. Coming up, making the hit, Zach Altenbach. Zach on the season has 10 tackles for a loss. He leads this Allegheny Gator defense. Number 50 from Industry, Pennsylvania. Timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. 3:20 left to play in this opening half. Spartans with a decision to make and a lead, 14-7.
In search of an extraordinary dining experience where you're certain to enjoy the ambiance as well as the menu? Table 45 Restaurant and Bar is the award-winning mixed culture restaurant located at the Intercontinental Cleveland, offering cuisine from around the world created by accomplished local chef Zach Brule. Open every day, the atmosphere at Table 45 is relaxed yet inspiring with weekday chill-out happy hours, a behind-the-scenes chef's table, and outdoor dining on Patio 45. Call for more details or reservations at 216-707-4045 or visit us at tbl45.com or on Facebook.
Spartans are going to go for it. James is the lone back in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. It's 4th and long. They need 6. They need to get the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line. Fromberg's going to throw. There is pressure. He steps up, throws it to the end zone, and it's a touchdown! Riley Nurick celebrating with Wykowski and Coyne. Fromberg to Nurick on 4th and 6. They go for it all, and they get it. Petruzzi's point after touchdown's good, and it's 21-7. Well, how about that? 4th and 6. You knew you were going to throw it. But Riley Nurick stuck behind the defense, and the band celebrates. Whew! That is exactly what the Spartans needed. 3 touchdowns in this game for Case Western. 2 of them through the air. Alex Fromberg has 2 touchdown passes. He's now got 18 on the season. 18 touchdown passes and now his 9th game. He's got his headset on the sideline. He's celebrating with with Gage Dusler. Handed the headset back to Coach Debelak. My guess is he was talking to his offensive coordinator, Derek Slesh, up in the press box. Good look at Gabe Petrozzi. He'll kick it off. Ball fielded at the 10. And a good return up to the 30-yard line. Jaden Thorpe for the Gators. Spartans have one game left this year, and it's the big one. Every year, the battle against Carnegie Mellon, the Academic Bowl, it's called. 37th version this year, and this one is going to be at CMU. Coach Debelak was more than a little concerned that his team's focus this week and today was not on the Allegheny Gators. And talking to him before the game, he told me, he said, you know, that's such a huge game for us. The game against Carnegie Mellon is coming in and getting the sack is none other than number 90, A.J. Dudowski. It's A.J.'s fourth sack of the season. He said that Carnegie Mellon game is like our Super Bowl. He says, especially in a year where we can't win the conference, and they're mathematically out of that as Grove City's undefeated and the Spartans have 2 losses. He said, so there is even more importance put on that game, and he was cautiously nervous that his Spartans would overlook Allegheny coming in with a 3-6 record. But so far, so good. Johnson to throw with pressure, and he's just going to chuck it. He was not outside the tackle box, and there was nobody around, but there was no flag down. Spartan sideline looking for a intentional grounding. There is no one within sight, and he is inside both hash marks. Standing there with his, you know, Caden Tong saying, how about the intentional grounding? And with his hands out like, you know, what's that about was Cooper. JT Cooper, defensive lineman, grad student, having a great game. Spartans with one guy back, it's Yoder, standing at his own 34. TJ catches it at the 42, and he's immediately tackled. That Allegheny defense doing a nice job today. That was Declan O'Brien, talented wide receiver, also making a tackle on special teams. Inside 2 minutes to play, so let's see what Alex Fromberg and his teammates can do in the 2-minute drill. Gators are not going to want to give up a touchdown here at the end of the half. They have played too well in this second quarter to let this game slip. Fromberg looking out. He's got 4 wide receivers out there. A lot of time. Going to chuck it deep. Wykowski trying to make an adjustment, and he does. He caught it. He breaks the tackle. That's Noah Coyne, and Coyne will go in for a touchdown. Noah Coyne with a circus catch somehow came back and got it, controlled it, and outran the defense. Coyne wears 14, Wykowski wears 19. That 9 and 4 from my distance sometimes looks alike. And it was Noah Coyne with a great catch and adjustment. Wow. That is a 59-yard touchdown. And you got to give Noah Coyne a lot of credit for a lot of the work. Point after is good. Coyne's going to run it in. Here's another look, and we'll head to a break. Spartans up 28-7.
In search of an extraordinary dining experience where you're certain to enjoy the ambiance as well as the menu? Table 45 Restaurant and Bar is the award-winning mixed culture restaurant located at the Intercontinental Cleveland. offering cuisine from around the world created by accomplished local chef Zach Brule. Open every day, the atmosphere at Table 45 is relaxed yet inspiring with weekday chill-out happy hours, a behind-the-scenes chef's table, and outdoor dining on Patio 45. Call for more details or reservations at 216-707-4045 or visit us at tbl45.com or on Facebook.
Well, that was exciting. I've got to admit, Noah Coyne has made a couple of really great catches this year. And there's a penalty flag thrown as making a nice return, as he has really done all afternoon. Jaden Thorpe doing a nice job. First-year return man for that Allegheny Gator team, but there's a flag down, and it's against the Gators. And, you know, since we're on the topic of Noah Coyne, he is coming off a week ago in the loss to W&J, a near record-setting performance. He caught 9 passes for 258 yards and 3 touchdowns, all career highs for Noah, and just a couple of yards short of a all-time record in school history at Case Western. Colton Morgan, back in the 2018 season against St. Vincent, caught passes for 281 yards in that single game, and Coyne finished with 258 a week ago against W&J. Well, he's well over 100 already today. Dudowski with a tackle in the backfield. Henry Bush also in there for the Spartans. Second down and 10, ball's at the 20. Clock approaches 60 seconds left to play in this first half. This is Johnson at quarterback. And his handoff goes to Christian Bolden. And that's Bolden down at the 28. Bolden, a hometown guy. Played his high school football at Brush High School in Lyndhurst, East Side. Christian, along with Kyrie Miller, his teammate, if you combine their rushing yards, they're very close to 1,000. And if you combine their touchdowns scored on the ground, they've got 12, each 6. O'Brien's going to run it. Declan across the 30, and he's up near the 35. So he's got the first down. There's 11 seconds left in the half. Gators just trying to do anything they can to get Declan O'Brien in space. He is their creator, and nobody else is close on that offense. So that's going to wrap up the first half. Gators choose to not run another play. Both teams will run into their respective locker rooms, and we head to halftime here on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. The marching band is next. The Spartan Blue are getting ready to march on the field, so you'll see them. We hope you're entertained. We know you will be. And we'll be back for the start of the third quarter. It's 28-7, Case Western Reserve University over Allegheny College at halftime.
We do more. We step up, stand out, break rules, and spark revolutions. We ball, boss up, shatter records and ceilings and expectations, and at the end of all that,
we still end up with less.
28-7, Spartans in control here at halftime at DeSanto Field on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Both teams out of the locker room. The Spartan band, cheerleaders, and dance team with an outstanding performance at halftime on Senior Day, celebrating not only the seniors on the football team, but the seniors in the band, on the cheerleading squad, and the dance team. Spartans in that first half, especially in the first quarter, controlled the football game. They took a 14-0 lead after one quarter. They had touchdowns by Christopher Lim. He ran it in from 12 yards out, and then they had a touchdown pass from Fromberg to Wojkowski. And that one went from 10 yards, and they led 14-0 after a quarter. Then Allegheny in the second quarter early, the Spartans traveled all the way down inside the 5. They actually got to the goal line, to the 1-yard line, and could not punch it in. The Allegheny defense held, and on fourth down, they turned them over. And then, 2 plays later, from the 4, the Gators threw a pass to Declan O'Brien, their talented wide receiver, and he took it 96 yards for a touchdown. That made the game 14-7, and at that point, it looked like Allegheny had turned the page and that this was going to be a tight one. But the Spartans answered. They added 2 more touchdowns, one just before the half, both of them on passes from Alex Fromberg, one to Riley Nurk for 21 yards, the other one to Noah Coyne in a sensational catch for 59 yards. And they lead 28-7 at halftime. And they're going to get the football, the Spartans, to start the second half here as the Gators are ready to kick it off. Yoder will catch it inside his 5, and he's got a real nice return out over the 30. TJ Yoder up to the 36-yard line. Spartans offensively in that first half, they had 13 first downs to Allegheny's 6. They had only 64 yards rushing, and a lot of that was due to the injury to Gage Dusler early in the game. In the first quarter, Dusler caught a pass out of the backfield, went 66 yards with it, nearly scored a touchdown, and on the tackle hurt his left knee, and he has been out since. And the Spartans' running game has suffered. So it's an empty backfield now, first play from scrimmage, third quarter. Fromberg, left sideline, and that was Ethan Dahlem trying to come back and get the football, and pass is incomplete. Fromberg in that first half threw 14 passes, completed 10 of them. .269 yards through the air, and he's thrown 3 touchdowns. His long was 66 yards, and that was the play that Dusler got hurt on. There's a look at Alex Fromberg, the senior, honored today here on Senior Day. 28 Spartan seniors. James in the backfield will step up to block for Fromberg, and he'll block for Alex. And Alex on second and long gets it up to the almost 36-yard line, so he's going to pick up 4. It'll set up 3rd and 6. Noah Coyne was the story in the first half receiving the football as we have a Spartan down on the field. That's Owen Meyer, their sophomore starting right tackle. So Meyer's hurt. Dusler is out. Christopher Lim also got hurt. Christopher Lim, the very talented sophomore running back behind Dusler, he was hurt as well. Spartans are down to a first-year player, Mitchell Waite, and then their senior blocking back, Sean Michael James, and now they're down Owen Meyer. Owen Meyer will be helped off the football field, and replacing Owen on that offensive line will be Evan Knipp. So Evan Knipp, number 72, is going to line up at right tackle. Knipp, a senior out of Hudson High School in Hudson, Ohio. 6'1", 245. He's at right tackle. 3rd and 6. Fromberg to throw. Here comes pressure from Allegheny. Alex floats it over the middle, catching the football. Wow! Riley Nurk got spun around, hit hard, smoked, whatever what you want to say, at the 43, and he held on to the football. about got his head taken off from Travis Deer. What a hit by Deer. That is a hit that you long to make if you're a defensive guy. And you expect nobody to hold on the football, but wow, Riley Nurek. It's a first down. That's a heck of a catch. This is Waite, the first-year player, across midfield, and Mitchell Waite, he's got 11 yards. Good speed this time for Mitchell to get outside. Nice block, freeing him to get outside by James. Sean Michael from Uniontown Lake High School, senior. First and 10. First possession, third quarter. Second half for the Spartans. Wait again. And Wait nearly again with a pickup of almost 10 yards. He's going to be a yard short. So Mitchell's out and James is back in. Second and short. James will get it, and he'll get the first down. Sean Michael, at 5'9", 200 pounds, built low to the ground with power. When they need a yard or two, he typically gets the football. Fromberg to throw. Looking deep, gonna go deep, coming back for it, and catching it, keeping his feet in bounds is Michael Wykowski. Well, what great balance and body control by Wykowski. Wykowski, the senior out of Riverside High School in Paynesville, just a little bit east, downtown Cleveland. Beautiful catch. It's a great pass. David Williams at 5'8", trying to stay with the 6'1" Wykowski. Williams was on Noah Coyne earlier, and it's even worse. Coyne's 6'4". Fromberg to throw. Looking over the middle. Coyne in the back end of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Noah Coyne. Well, that was easy. I mean, real easy. Opening drive of the third quarter took just over 3 minutes. Fromberg with his fourth touchdown pass of the afternoon. He's now got 20 on the season. And one more point after touchdown. With 11:22 left in the third quarter, Spartans in control, total control. They're up 35-7.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Well, if you're the Spartans and you get that ball first in the third quarter and you want to make a statement, you do exactly that. Go down and score. This is Gabriel Petruzzi with the kickoff. Petruzzi's had a great afternoon as well. Every point after touchdown, there's been a lot of them, 7 of them. Or 5 of them, rather. 7 would be a whole lot. He's been good. So Allegheny comes out on offense, their first possession of the third quarter. And the defense has been real good for the Spartans in this football game. Allegheny, how good? Allegheny has run the football 15 times, and they have 18 yards. 15 carries for 18 yards. Johnson to throw. Over the middle, and it's deflected by the linebacker. Real nice job in coverage. It's Sean Torres, number 9. Torres from Naperville, Illinois. Of the 4 linebackers starting today for the Spartans, Torres is a senior, Gabe Trock a senior, Jake Summers a grad student. The only youngin in the group is Henry Bush. Bush, a sophomore from Riverside High School. 2nd and 10. Spartan show blitz. Johnson gets it off quickly. And they'll pick up yards to the 41-yard line. Nick Berkey got the catch for Allegheny. This is definitely a pass-first offense. In 9 games this year, Jack Johnson has thrown for 2,154 yards. As a team, they rush for only 78 per game. In the first half against the Spartans, they had 18. So they got a long way to go to even get to 78. 3rd and 4. Johnson with pressure. Johnson will be tackled, and the ball's on the ground. It's a fumble as the Spartans stripped it, and it looks like Allegheny's going to keep it. So coming in and getting the football was Dudowski, and I'm pretty sure it was Jack Turner, the left tackle, that got in and got it. Here's A.J. Dudowski on the field. Last thing the Spartans need right now, especially with the rivalry game, the matchup, the Academic Bowl next week against Carnegie Mellon, is another player hurt. They've already lost Gage Dusler, their starting running back. They've lost Christopher Lim, their backup running back, who plays a lot. And they have also lost Owen Meyer, their starting right tackle. So Yoder will step back at his 23-yard line. And the 23 is about where that one settles in. There's a flag down at the 37-yard line of Allegheny, and there are 3 officials standing at the 43 discussing what the next move will be. And they're going to come over and talk to Coach Devilak about it. So the punt was ruled dead at the 23, and that's where it's going to stay. No, they're going to bring it up to the 33. So it's a holding penalty, holding on Allegheny. So the Spartans have it 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Bryce Hodge at wideout now in the game for Case Western. He's as far right of his quarterback as you can go, near that sideline by his Spartan teammates. And there's a penalty flag just as that play is snapped as Mitchell Waite takes it. And they may say that the Spartans were offside. So it is an offsides, Case Western Reserve, so they'll back them up 5. I think the delay was whether or not Allegheny wanted to negate the penalty and take the down, because the play went nowhere. It would be 2nd and 10 or 1st and 15. And it's 1st and 15. Fromberg to throw, and he's been very effective at this. Deep ball over the middle of the field, caught at the 40. Beautiful throw, nice catch. That's Dylan Cave. Cave caught it, the sophomore out of Malvern, Pennsylvania. This is the first time I have called Dylan Cave's name all season long. Good time to call it. Ball's at the 36. Fromberg's going to throw it again with time. Creates more time. Now he's just going to have to run with the football, and he runs it inside the 35, and he's brought down at the 34. Tackling him there was Wilford Hanna. Hanna, a first-year player out of Apollo Beach, Florida. It's a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. Ball's at the 34. Fromberg and Waite in the backfield. Alex will throw it. And he's going to get sacked at the 44-yard line and bringing him down hard. And getting in there good is Isaiah Romaine. Romaine at 6'2", 210 is a force as a defensive end. Third and long, real long. Screen set up. Not going to go anywhere. Coming up and stuffing the screen for Allegheny was Hanna again. And the Spartans are going to have to punt the football. Joseph Rhodes, the 5th, with the punt. Fielded inside the 15. And Allegheny trying to do something they've done only once this afternoon, and that's put a touchdown drive together. Really, the only offense in the first half for the Gators was from Declan O'Brien. He caught a pass, went 70 yards with it for the only touchdown. Caught 3 passes, 1 for 70 and the other 2 for 38. And there is a penalty on the snap. Pass goes out to the tight end, Austin Williams. It's a short pickup, and we'll see what the penalty is. So it's an offsides on the Spartans. That will give Allegheny a 1st and 5 opportunity. The Spartan defense has been stingy all year long. They're giving up only 11 points per game, and that ranks 12th in the entire country defensively in limiting points per game in Division III. 11. And that's after last week when W&J put 38 on. That's the aberration in this season, that game last week. Bush pressuring the quarterback, and Johnson will throw it out of bounds. Henry Bush, number 35, was gaining and gaining fast on Jack Johnson, and he wisely got rid of it. There's Henry right there. Henry, the sophomore out of Paynesville Riverside High School. Henry, a sophomore. OC, a cornerback, a sophomore. Dominic Size, the junior corner. Got 5 interceptions. He'll be back. Nathan Sakalo, the extremely talented safety. Just a junior. He'll be back. Defense is senior dominated, but they certainly have some young guys out there making impacts. 2nd and 6. Ball was tipped, but still caught. And down at the 30 is Ian Dursey. I think it was tipped. We'll see. Maybe not. So that's Dursey who gets to the 30. DJ Wolf brought him down. And they'll move the change for the Gators. Dursey caught 3 passes in the opening half, but all short ones, just for 27 yards. Johnson setting up a screen, goes to his tight end Williams. Austin, there's flags down, still moving with the football, and he's brought down at the 34. 2 flags, 3 flags. There is some extra activity after the tackle. So the first flag came in on the play, and it came in from the back judge. So here's the screen to Williams. And it could be that push in the back right there. It could be on Declan O'Brien with a block in the back. And then, in the aftermath, there were 2 more penalty flags that came in. Obviously, activity after the play was over. So they're going to bring Coach Debs out and ask him what he wants to do. I'm guessing all of the penalties are on Allegheny. So here's the first. Personal foul, Allegheny. And that one will be the one that's accepted. That's the 15-yarder. And they're going to back them up inside the 20 now. They'll have the ball at the 19. 95, 50, and 10 in your shot. Caden Tong, William Kerr, Jacob Shepnick. Second and 21. Johnson to throw. Almost picked. Boy, try to get the ball to Austin Williams. Austin Williams cut in. And the pass went outside. You'll see Osi Chukwuocha almost picks this one off. And for Osi, the sophomore, that had been his first interception. Allegheny has had really only one drive offensively where they have looked like they, well, actually, I take that back. The very first drive of the game, first time they had the football, they looked effective. And then the only other time was, well, even that one, the touchdown drive, now that I reflect on that, that was 3rd and 5 from the 5-yard line. And they threw a pass that went 95 yards for a touchdown. So really, if you really dig into it, I think you could say just the early drive, the first drive for the Gators, has been their only sustained one where they have figured out the Spartan defense. Over 5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Spartans have been in command. They led 14-0 after a quarter. Early in the second, Allegheny scored. It was 14-7. They had put up a big defensive stand on the goal line. It looked like the momentum of the game may have changed, but it had not. 3rd and long. The 40-yard line is where Allegheny needs to get, and they're at the 18. There's a hold in the backfield. Johnson's going to run with it. He's going to get run out of bounds at the 36, and there's a late hit. And that is a late hit on the Spartans. So there's a hold and a late hit. There's the hold, top part of your screen. And that came from Seth Jones. And the late hit's coming up here, right there. It was 3rd and 21. Let's see where we're at. That late hit by Sean Torres. There's an Allegheny dad, about as far out as you can get. Maybe his wife said, "You got to get out of here." Well, we've all had that happen to us. So a penalty on each team. They are offsetting. Actually, they are going to mark off part of the penalty. They're going to give 5 yards to Allegheny. The holding penalty for 10, the late hit for 15, so they'll give the difference to the Gators, and they'll give them a first down. So it's 1st and 10 instead of 3rd and 21. 5 minutes left to play, 3rd quarter. And that run play is going absolutely nowhere. Kyrie Miller got it. Kyrie Miller got back to the line of scrimmage, and then Henry Bush, number 35, had hands around his waists. So Gator down on the field. We'll take a timeout too. 4s left in the 3rd quarter. Spartans up.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Up on the field now for Allegheny is their starting left tackle, Jack Turner. Turner, a senior, very valuable part of that offensive line. And there's a great shot of a beautiful fall afternoon here in this setting that surrounds DeSanto Field. I mean, it's beautiful. You can sit right there. You can eat your lunch like those students are, and you can watch the football game. The fence that's right in front of them with the vines on them, with the ivy, that's the fence that surrounds the football game. So they're about 20 yards away from the field, from that spot that they're in. There's a look at Jack Johnson, senior quarterback for the Gators. Johnson in that opening half, 11 of 16, he threw for 169 yards. Lob pass near midfield, great defensive play. Boy, you heard the crowd jump, you heard the crowd cheer. That's DJ Wolf. Wolf, the grad student, with a pass breakup. DJ Wolf with great closing speed. Every bit of his 6-foot frame up to get that pass. 3rd and 9. Johnson to throw. Rolling out, looking, lob, in traffic, picked. Guess who? Dominic Size. Celebrate young Dominic. He wears number 5, and that's interception number 6. There he is. I don't know what those sunglasses are, but he looks real cool in them. 6 picks for Dom Size. Dominic from Los Lunas, New Mexico. So if family is listening in New Mexico, give Dominic a call, or better yet, Venmo him some money so he can buy himself a big dinner tonight. He's had that kind of year. Spartans from the 45. And that's Lopez with the football. A lot of backs in this football game today for Case Western. They have lost their top 2 backs in Dusler and Lim. That's Lopez breaking tackles. And it's Stefan Lopez inside the 40. He's down at the 39. Lopez, a sophomore out of Essex Fells, New Jersey. And he will come out of the game. And he's limping a little too. Gage Dusler's checking him out. They're going to bring a trainer over to take a look at Stefan Lopez. The Spartans can't keep a running back healthy. Breaking tackles, running with the football, banging bodies. That's Caden Parlett. Parlett from Napa, California. All 5'7", 155 pounds. Some guys getting some action that weren't expecting action today. David Friedman is checked out of the game. Friedman, the starting left tackle. Alec Angelo, a wideout, comes into the game. Mitchell Wade is back in, the tailback. The down is first. It's 1st and 15. 1st and 10, rather. Check that, at the 44. Roll and throw the other way. Here's the tight end, Dominic Wade. Big old Dominic. Dominic down to the 38. There's a late hit. Yep. They're going to call the late hit, and rightfully so, on Wolfgang Schultz. You'll see it at the end here. Wolfgang 32 coming into your shot. Dominic's down, and Wolfgang just piles on. And that's going to be a big penalty. They'll move the football from the 49 all the way down to the 34. Or 39 to the 24, rather. I love it when Dominic Wade catches a pass. You know, he lines up at tight end, sometimes a slot, oftentimes works across the field from one side to the other. And when he catches it, he has a full head of steam going. Wade's going to run with it. Wade inside the 20. And Dominic Wade at 235, when he gets a full head of steam, when he gets in motion, you don't want to be anywhere near him. That's Wade, first-year running back from Mentor. He's had a lot of playing time today. All those injuries at running back. Inside 2 minutes now left to play in this third quarter. This one is all Case Western reserve. Wade again, trying to get out right side. His lead blocker was Jack Breyer. And Wade gets from the 18 to the, so he's just going to pick up a yard to the 17-yard line. The 28 seniors that were honored today, the 28 senior football players, senior cheerleaders were also honored, senior band members and senior dance team members. On the football team, the 28 seniors, over their 4-year career, the Spartans went 18-10. 6-2 this year, trying to get win number 7. Wade again, breaks a tackle, 15, cuts out, another one at the 10, and he gets down at the 7-yard line. Mitchell Wade to the 7, that'll move the sticks, and that sets up 1st and goal. Alec Angelo is split out wide to the right along with Battelle, Matthew Battelle. Fromberg, quarterback draw. Straight up the middle, in for a touchdown. Was it Fromberg or was it not? I mean, the way they're celebrating. Yeah. That was Albert Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy, number 6. My bad. When the celebration happened, I knew it could not be Fromberg because they were celebrating like it was a special moment, and it is because Albert Wilhelmy, a senior quarterback, gets in and he gets the quarterback keep for the touchdown. Going after is good, and apologies to Albert Wilhelmy. He scores the touchdown, not Alex Fromberg. We've got 32 seconds left in the 3rd, and it's all Spartans.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more.
Nice crowd. Actually, a beautiful November day here today. No doubt probably a senior dad right there taking video of one last time at DeSanto Field. 28 seniors honored today. This is Thorpe across the 20, brought down at the 26 for Allegheny. I've got to believe there are going to be some, and there are lots of changes on defense for Case Western Reserve University. That is a completely different defense out there right now. Try to keep track of it. I can see Sonny Oto's out there, senior defensive back. Sonny actually plays a lot. At safety, Michael Stewie, a junior out of Avon Lake. He's Sakalo's backup. Johnson to throw with trouble and tries to get it to the 30. And they say that it will be a catch. So that's a real nice job by 86. Nick Berkey. See who else is out there for this Spartan defense. It's going to be a 4th quarter of lots of guys getting playing time. We'll try to sort it all out when we come back. Spartans up big, 42-7.
Have you heard the news? That Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
That's all that's left in this senior day home battle. Final home game of the season at DeSanto Field. And it has been a very successful one. The Spartans will improve to 7-2 on their season. And they will close out their home portion of the season with only one loss at home, and that was the first game of the year. They lost to Grove City in overtime. Grove City went on to stay undefeated and win the pack. 2nd and 7 sees a pickup of 4. The Spartan wins at home this year: Geneva, Westminster, Waynesburg, and now Allegheny. So they'll finish 4-1 at home. Brandon Manning is in there, the graduate student linebacker, number 11. William Kerr has played a lot in the second half. He's in there, senior. Try to get a couple of more names for you. 3rd and long, that's an incomplete pass. With pressure that time was J.T. Cooper, the grad defensive end from Hurricane, West Virginia. Well, if you're a Hurricane, West Virginia resident, you better bring it if you're playing football, coming from Hurricane. Jacob Shepnick's along that defensive line. We've called his name a couple of times. Andrew Salon is a linebacker, now in the football game. And Yoder will fair catch it at the 28-yard line. Let's see if we see the freshman quarterback. We're going to see the senior. Of course we are. Albert Wilhelmy's coming out. Wilhelmy, the senior that scored the touchdown, the last one of the 3rd quarter to make it 42-7, will remain in the game. Wilhelmy from Lakewood, Ohio. Caden Parlett will get the handoff. Cade gets outside. Parlett near midfield. Flash of speed from the sophomore. There's a look at 21. He looks ready to go. Of course he is. The big thing you've got to do as a guy who's a backup is be ready when they call your number. Obviously be ready physically, but be ready mentally. Keep yourself in the game. Sometimes that's hard to do. Parlett gets the handoff. Caden across the 50, fumbled the football. Allegheny fell on it. I believe it was Zach Altenball that got the fumble recovery, and yes, he did. There's Zach, number 50. Some other Spartans in on defense now. Ryan Santoro, Mason Mell, Joey Bellinati in the defensive backfield. Stepping up and making those tackles, or that tackle, a couple of guys. Sean Riley, along with William Kerr. Nothing left but time in this game. It has been over for a while. And in a game like this one, when it's this out of hand and running with the football and trying to get airborne, and picking up a first down is Kyrie Miller, or real close to one. In a game like this one, when it's so out of hand for such a long time, it's a slow run for both teams. That extra effort, whatever you want to call that, by Kyrie Miller took it from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and half a yard. So Johnson, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun. They need a yard. They'll hand it off to Miller. And here's an example of what I just don't understand. And I was actually talking to a long-time football coach about this last night. It's third and less than a yard. You line your quarterback up in the shotgun. He's 5 or 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. And you put the running back that you're going to give the football to 2 yards behind that quarterback. So you're giving the football to a player who is 7 yards off the line of scrimmage when you only need a yard. I just don't understand why you don't take the snap under center and you're that much closer. And I don't care if you're a shotgun team. If you practice short yardage situations, you practice things like taking a snap under center. I mean, teams practice every possible imaginable situation. So it's 4th and a yard, and they get it. And they get it with their dependable wide receiver, Declan O'Brien. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Doesn't make sense to me, though. 11 minutes left. Allegheny's season will end today. Their 10 games are up. This is game number 10. They'll finish 3-7. Their first-year head coach, Braden Lair. Johnson's going to throw it deep down the middle of the field. His tight end is open. That's Williams. And Williams almost goes into the end zone. Tackled by Stewie at the 2-yard line. Williams found a spot. It's a beautiful pass just over a linebacker. I mean, that had one spot to be, and that pass was put in the only spot it could be. Otherwise, it's incomplete long or a pick by the linebacker, short. Ball's at the 2. Miller's in the backfield. Kyrie Miller looking for the football, looking for the direct snap. It will go to him, and he will get blown up. Kyrie Miller's going nowhere. Coming in and really blowing that play up for the Spartans, Ryan Santoro. Santoro, the senior linebacker out of Belmont, Massachusetts. There's Ryan right there, 32. So it's 2nd and goal. Empty backfield except the quarterback. He'll get the snap. Now O'Brien's next to him. Declan's going to go out. He's wide open. He'll get the pass. He'll walk in for a touchdown. Boy, nobody picked up Declan O'Brien out of the backfield. Senior scores a touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the day for the Allegheny Gators. But they need a lot more than that. There is a timeout on the field. Spartans will take it. We'll take one too. We'll be back.
Been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Touchdown after the Declan O'Brien touchdown catch is up, and it is good for Allegheny and Garrett Paxton. So Paxton's point after touchdown makes it 42-14 Spartans. 9:20 left to play. Boy, everybody has fun when you play at home on senior day, and when you play at home on senior day and your team's up big, as the Spartans are 42-14. Spartans will return it from the 10. And it's a nice return by Bo Wolf. Wolf out of Tuscarawas Valley High School in Bolivar, Ohio. First-year player. Wilhelmy will come back out in quarterback. The senior. Game clock's at 9:15. There's a look at Wilhelmy. Grinding away with that football. You can bet when you get the opportunity in a game like this, and that's Owen Bisker, a first-year back out of Cleveland Heights High School, you can bet when you get an opportunity in a season where you don't get many, because you're, one of the younger players on the roster, you're going to take advantage of it. And Bisker did on that run. Spartan first down, they've got it at the 40. Bisker's Tigers at Cleveland Heights are in the regional championship game in Division I state high school playoffs. They'll play Medina on Friday night. Bisker again. Bisker breaking a tackle at the 40, still grinding his feet. He gets up near the 45. They'll mark him down about a half yard short. And now a penalty flag. Not sure. I guess the call is going to be a late hit, but the ball was loose. And that's exactly what it is, personal foul. And you could see it in the replay. You can see the late hit come in. But if you're a defensive player and the ball has been apparently fumbled and you don't know whether it has or not, I mean, you gotta still get after it. So that call goes in the favor of the Spartans, and it moves the ball all the way down to the 41 of the Gators of Allegheny College. Bisker will get the handoff again. Owen from the 41 up near the 37-yard line. He'll pick up 4 yards. Spartans is lining up and running it straight ahead. Nick Pachucci's in there, an offensive lineman out of Franklin Regional High School. Michael Stanzik is in there from Wyoming, Pennsylvania. Jared Kinscherf is in there. Kinscherf out of Pioneer, Michigan. Bisker with a handoff, breaks a tackle at the 30, and he's run out of bounds inside the 25. So in Bisker, the Cleveland Heights Tiger doing a nice job. Picking him up there is James Klein, a sophomore linebacker out of Mount Lebanon High School in Pittsburgh. Slapping hands with him, fellow running back, Nico Lancashire. First-year player out of Clarksville, Maryland, River Hill High School. First and 10 Spartans, ball's at the 25 of the Gators. That's Lancashire with the handoff, and it looked like Wilhelmy and Lancashire were uncertain as whether that was going to be a handoff to the back or the quarterback would keep it. I think if Wilhelmy keeps it, he's got a lot of running room on the left edge. Gator down. And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. 6:09 left in this football game from DeSanto.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
Next time we see you in this location will be next fall. Final home game of the season. Spartans, even if they win out and finish 8-2, they'll win today. They'll go to 7-2. But even if they knock off their rival Carnegie Mellon next week in Pittsburgh, their 8-2 record will not get them in the playoffs, and it won't win the President's Athletic Conference. Grove City has already clinched that, and they are undefeated going into today. Grove City 9-0. Today's game will be their final before the playoffs. Carnegie Mellon is 7-1 coming into today. So the Spartans will try to go into Pittsburgh next week and finish in a tie for second place in the pack, but more importantly, knock off their rival. Handoff in the backfield and immediately stuffed and tackled for a loss. In on the tackle was Malcolm Denomi. Denomi with that tackle, number 25. Denomi actually leads this Allegheny team in tackles coming into today. He had 57 in 9 games. So it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 16. Big hole up the middle. Lumbering with the football down near the 20 for the Spartans is Tanner Stoops. Stoops from Southeastern High School here in Ohio. 4th and a long 6. Ball's marked near the 22. Spartans need to get it to the 15. Coming in and setting up at wideout. Is that Osi setting up as a wideout? Spartans needed to get to the 10, and they're going to, or actually the 15, and I think they're going to be a yard short. That was Stoops with a football, and Tanner is going to come up a yard short. They'll mark him down, and the possession will turn. Allegheny will get the football, less than 4 minutes to play. Coach Debelak has put his headsets on the bench. Couple of guys in on defense. Evan Colburn as a defensive back along with Joshua Pale. Pale and Coburn are in that defensive backfield. Michael Stewie has played most of this 4th quarter in that backfield. A game in Pittsburgh next week, the 37th Academic Bowl. It'll be played under the lights, 7 o'clock. Everything's going to get a lot darker starting tomorrow when we wake up on Monday morning as everybody turns their clocks back. You go to work in the dark, you'll leave your work building it'll be dark. It's a stretch that tests everybody. So that game in Pittsburgh next week will be well attended. Lots of interest. A game, if the Spartans could pull out a win, will make their season. It's been a successful season either way if you finish 8-2 or 7-3, but trust me, these guys want to beat Carnegie Mellon, whether they're 8-2 or 2-8. Pass out near the 25. That's caught by Will Griffin, a sophomore tight end for Allegheny. It's going to be short of a first down, though, and the Gators will punt. Yoder set up at the 40, and he will catch it at the 38. And with 1:47 left, Spartans will try to run this clock out, wrap up this football game. Trying to look at some of the numbers that are in that huddle to come out on the field. And one of the new ones that I think I see, is Noah Archbold, a first-year player, a tight end out of Mount Lebanon High School in Pittsburgh. Garrett Pavlik has found his way in. Garrett played at Mount Lebanon as well. So Wilhelmi's going to take a knee. And it will be a series of this to wrap up the game. They're just waiting out the play clock. It's at 8 seconds. So they're going to snap this thing just outside a minute. And there's the snap. The next snap will come. There'll be 2 more snaps, a 3rd down snap and a 4th down snap, and that's going to be it. Actually, there's just going to be 1 more snap. Spartans will improve to 7-2 on the season. Allegheny will end their year 3 wins, 7 losses. And that's the last snap, and that's going to wrap things up. So a game that was tight early in the second quarter at 14-7, and momentum seemingly switching to the Gators of Allegheny, has turned into a celebration of a blowout in the final home game of the season for the Spartans of Case Western Reserve University. They knock off Allegheny today, 42-14. Spartans 7-2, 1 game left. They'll travel to Pittsburgh on Saturday. It's Saturday night at 7. They'll take on Carnegie Mellon in the 37th annual Academic Bowl. I want to thank the broadcast team today, led by Mike Becker, our director. The production of the Spartan football games, we hope you enjoy, and we're very proud to give them to you. So for everyone involved today, and for my partner Andrew Rossman, who is somewhere enjoying a nice vacation, I say thanks everybody for watching. This has been Ron Yantz, and we will see you next football season. But if you're a basketball fan of the men and women, I will see you next Saturday as the Bill Sudik tournament hits Cleveland. Have a great weekend, everybody.